Well, now you've done it. You didn't listen to my advice and buy this guy a week ahead of time so you could brine him and season him and dry him and make him all perfect for your turkey day. But you bought him last night and now it's time to cook him and he's still solid as a rock, frozen like a bowling ball, and you got to put him in the oven. Well, hope is not lost. You can cook a frozen turkey. It's not that big a deal. But you can't do all of those things that you would normally do. So, preheat your oven to 325, but you do need to season him. I'm using it's an onion powder jar, but this is my own seasoning blend. Season him up real good, put him on a baking sheet on a rack so air can get all over him. Oven is at 325. Turn him over breast side down, and when you do, put a little foil pad so that the rack doesn't make lines in the breast as he thaws. Breast down. Season him properly. You're obviously not going to pull the giblets out of either end. Remember, the neck is in this end. All the other giblets, like the gizzard, heart, and liver, are in this end. You won't die if it cooks with the bag in it. However, about halfway through, when he's thoroughly thawed, we're going to pull these giblets out and try to stick a thermometer into him so we can monitor his time. Not fully seasoned on the sides, so we're going to do that too. And into the oven. Our frozen turkey has been in the oven for about 2 hours now at about 325, so I'm going to take it out and check it, get a sense of what the temperature's like, and flip it over and put it back in to finish cooking. So, actually, you can see the skin isn't too bad. It's browning up rather nicely. I don't know if it's the same on both sides. It's actually not too bad. First thing I'm going to do is turn it over, if I can. And we can lose this little bit of foil. It's actually getting, well, it's not bad. Interesting. You can take this clip off. Clearly raw, you can see it's lukewarm here. Let's see if I get that neck out. Yeah, it's still frozen in the middle. Still ice crystals, totally raw. Let's see if I can get the neck skin open. The outside is hot. Okay, we can take this tail part out and this plastic piece, which is useless and only gets in the way. I'm opening it up so the heat can get to the inside and help it cook. Not because I'm paranoid about leaving the giblets inside. Here's the pouch. And again, it won't kill you to leave this stuff in, but I'm just taking it out so the heat can get to the inside here. Some nice juices here. Nice juices in the bottom of the pan. Okay, so now we can turn it breast side up just to get some color on the breast while it finishes cooking the rest of the way. The breast is probably still frozen solid, but I want to see if I can get a thermometer into it just so I can get a sense of where we are with this little girl. No, actually not, surprisingly. The thermometer slides in fairly easily, so that's going to be good. Let's get the neck back here for roast that up, and roast all this up on the tray too, and back into the oven. My frozen bird has been in the oven for about 3.5 hours now at 325, which is longer than you'd obviously normally cook a small bird for. But the thermometer is telling me it's at about 151, 152 in the coldest part of the breast. That's much lower than most people will tell you to cook a turkey for, but that's my number. I find it works. So I'm going to take the turkey out now and tent it loosely with foil and let it rest for about a half hour before I carve it. As always, we take them out when the breast meat hits 150 degrees. While it was resting, it went up to about 160. Take the thermometer out. It's not the most beautiful bird ever. It was frozen, so a lot of the browning happened unevenly because the breasts and the wings and the legs were tucked in quite closely. But it's not horrible, I have to admit. Legs seem fairly well cooked, wings, browning is not perfect. There's a lot of juice inside. We should probably tip that up and get that out of there so the juice doesn't slide all over the place. So what I want to see is how juicy the breast is, because if it's all dried out, then we've not had a good day. Let's see here. Well, there's a lot of, it seems pretty juicy. As, of course, the pop-up timer has not popped up because it is quite useless. They pop up only when the bird is hopelessly overcooked. It does seem to be fully cooked all the way down to the bone, even though it went in while it was frozen. Let's take the entire breast off, as we always do when we carve. Well, it looks pretty good, actually, I gotta say. Very juicy at the thigh. The juice is completely clear, so it's not bloody, it's not underdone. Well, it's very juicy. You know what? Good. You can cook a frozen turkey